I'm going to show you how to get your photo from this to this. Welcome to shawnpapasphotography, and this will be my first tutorial. The reason I decided to do this because a friend of mine has kind of been nagging me to do one of these. So I just want to say that these images aren't mine. They are part of a photography editing competition. So the link to the photographer and the model will be in the description below. And the reason why I take part in these competitions is editing is just for the fun of it. It's nice. Especially if you don't have images of your own to edit. And then you can just either download some raw files from the internet, or you can take part in these competitions. I took part in the first one, and now I'm taking part in the second one, and it's quite nice. So yeah, I chose 3 images of the second. This is the second competition. These are now the images. But today we'll be working on this one because my friend liked it so much that she begged me to do a tutorial on it, and actually she wanted me to do it on the same day that I edited it. Insane, I know. So if you like this video, please leave a like, and hopefully you like the video that much that you subscribe as well. So let's get to it. Oh yeah, and the program I'm using is Adobe Lightroom Classic. So okay, let's get to it now. Let's see, the first thing we want to do to this image is, okay, that's the tint and the temp we can leave as is, but the exposure we can crank that up to 80. Contrast we can crank that down to about 12. There we go. And the highlights, let's see, we want to highlight those nice areas. Let's see now. As you can see, it's the highlights aren't doing that much, but I don't want her face to be that dark, so we will put that up to quite a substantial amount. Let's just bring it down. There we go. And for the shadows, as you can see, there is plenty of shadows around, especially on the right hand side of her face, or technically her left hand, the left side of her face. Because actually if you are the person, it will be your left side. So let's say the left side of her face is extremely dark, and the I don't know what tree this is. Let's just say leaves. I really have no idea what tree this is. Let's just say leaves. Do please correct me in the comments below of what, if you know what tree it is, please tell me. So we'll just say leaves out of lack of knowledge of this tree. So the shadows, we want to crank that a bit high so that we can get more of her lit up. Let's see, that should be nice. Not too much though, because we want to go for that, like, let me explain, like, a nice moody look. I think my style is very like dark editing, and it's a lot different to other people. So yeah, let's carry on with this. Let's see the whites. What we want the whites on. See now, that's way too much. As you can look at the histogram, that's way too much. See there, you are losing an extremely amount of detail there. But we just want it a little bit, not too much, just like that. As you can see, it's already looking better. Um, then the blacks. Blacks will be there we go. As you can see, the photo is already looking much better. Now you can see her face nicely, and so oh yeah, let me just back there. Now we want to go down to the HSL and color. Let me just hide this. We don't need to look at this, and we not need to look. We're not using any presets. This is all full manual, so we don't need that. Oh right, we actually do need that. I need a navigator. I forgot. So yeah, let's go to the HSL and color. We're just going to be doing the yellow in under hue. The yellow is just +2. And now you don't see a difference now, but you will see a difference later. And then we just go down to, we leave saturation. Saturation we do not bother with it, but we go to luminance. Luminance, we want the yellow to be -22, and we want the green to be plus. Good, look at those greens. It's a bit, I don't know, pale. I think we want to bring it out a little bit more. So we just make it 15. Remember, you want things to be subtle things. You don't want to be like a wow or something like that. You know, you don't want it to. Where's the thing? Like look there now. Look on her face. Now, if that will make your face look a bit shiny, but you don't want to go all the way down. You want to go all the way up. Because look now, it looks like she's like covered in oil or something. And the same with that. It's the small. Subtle settings that you put in that makes the whole photo, then when you're done, makes the whole photo come together. So now we're going to go to split toning. Now with split toning we want, okay, highlights, we want the hue to be, I'll just type it in, 82. We want the hue to be 82. We want the saturation to be 12. As you can see, there was a little bit of, as you can see, there's like a purplish tint, or magenta, I don't know what color you call it. Yeah, you can say a little bit of purple, magenta mixed over her face. That's why we put the saturation on 12, and it gets rid of that. Then we want shadows. We want shadows to be on the hue 57 and the saturation to be 11. Look at that. Look at that now. Let me just show you before and after. See? Already looking much better, but now there's like a greenish tint over her face and stuff. You can clearly see that, but we will fix it. We will definitely be fixing that. You see, for detail is personal preference actually. I'll just do this. Let's see, luminance. I mean, yeah, noise reduction. I always do noise reduction. Let's say 26 will be fine. Contrast 20 will be fine. You can go to lens correction if you want to, but I don't like what the lens correction is doing. But you can click on remove chromatic aberration. You always want to click on that. But the enable profile corrections, it's up to you. So now we go to calibration. Now for the calibration we want her photo to be a bit more, how can I put it? I lost the word, but we want the photo to be amazing. So we want the tint to be then plus 60. Now what you're thinking, like, what the heck am I doing? Because now you can see a whole bunch of like magenta on her face. But we will sort it out. I promise you, we will sort it out. This we put full. We can put both of those full. I know the image is starting to look funky. No need to worry about that. Now for the green. The green we want is about there, and the saturation about there. Okay, it's looking a bit weird still, but we're going to be fixing everything. Really? Okay, now for the blue. The blue we want. Whoops. Nope. Minus 77. Although this is kind of like a weirdish cool look, but that's not what we're going for. And this shall we want minus. Okay. Because she is a ginger, we want her hair to pop, and you can see some of her face there. The shadows has been taken away. But yeah, we can. This shirt here that has like a bluish tint, I'm not too worried about that. I think there might be a little bit of blue tint on her face. So let's see now. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to make the eyes. Okay, that's a bit too close. We want to make the eyes pop out a bit. Now for that we use the radial filter. You just click on that and you just do that. Just pull it like that. You want it the size of her eye, and you can even, as you can see, it's going to edit outside the eye and not inside. What we want to do is we want to invert that, so we just click on invert here at the bottom, and there you go. Now it's only focused on her eye. My feathering is on 50. I keep my feathering on 50. Okay, now I want to see how we are editing this. We don't want to edit it too much, because we really don't want to make it seem that unnatural, but we do want her eyes to pop because she has nice eyes, and it's very nicely in focus as well. Okay, let's see the whites. Okay, that looks nice to me. So now what you want to do is you want to do it to the other eye. So what you do is you just right click on this, you say duplicate, it makes a copy, you just take and drag it over, and you just put it on the other eye, and there you go. But now of course it's not exactly the same size as the eye. As you can see, it's going over. So you click here next to edit, it's brush. You want to click on the brush, then you want to click on here erase, and for erasing you can set it to what whatever you want to set this to. Let's see, we want that. We want the flow to be a bit high. Okay. Now we do the same for the next eye, but now we first got to click on it so it selects it, and then we can erase the excess off. It would be a lot easier with my tablet, with my vacuum tablet and my pen, but I did not feel like taking that out. So I'm just using the mouse. As you can see, look at that. Isn't that now fantastic? Okay, now that that is done, let's see, no, that's too close. Again, we can just smoothen the skin a little bit. So now what you want to do is you click on this here, adjustment brush, or you press K. Just press K for the adjustment brush. And there you go, there's adjustment brush. Okay. Now what I like to do is I say that one, show selected mask overlay, so that you can see where you are brushing over. And then what I usually do is I just take this. See, that'll be a much easier. If I actually went lazy and plugged in my pen. Yeah, we just keep on doing this. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just remember that. It doesn't have to be perfect. Let's see, that seems looks fine. Okay, so now we want to do that, and now what we're going to do is we're going to take down the texture. Take down the texture a bit. And the clarity. See, not too much, and there you go. That's basically all you wanted. Just like basically put them both, texture and clarity, down to -32, because you just want the skin to be a little bit smoother. Now there's little marks on her face. If you want to, you can remove that. That's all up to the model. You always ask the model or the person you are shooting if they want it removed. If they say yes, then this is the tool you use. You go here to spot removal. I got it on healing, not cloning. And let's see, the feather's a bit much. Just tone down the feather a bit. And then you just click on that right there. Click on that. Make that smaller, click on that. Click on that. Okay, what's it doing it there? Yeah, sometimes it doesn't select it. Like usually it selects it in the right place, but today it seems like it doesn't want to. And there you go. Those marks are gone. Um, you can just put that down. Just to make a blend. Yeah, there we go. I saw something there I didn't like. No, all of these hairs that's here in the face. Um, I don't take that out. And yeah, and if you think you got spots on your photo, you just click it to visual spots. And you can also as well use the healing tool to remove, like if you got dirt on your sensor, dust on your sensor, it'll come up as very distinctive dots, like white dots. But there's nothing here. Let's see let's see if there's anything else we can do to this photo. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to click on the spot removal tool again so we can unselect it. Maybe a little bit, make it a little bit brighter. Oh, yeah, there we go. Let's see, contrast. Keep it like that. Let's see. Now I think that's good. Let's see it before and after. And there you go. There is your before and after. I'm seeing a light blue tint on her face, which I do not like. But now that's too much. I guess we can turn down this. To 77. Instead of making it 77, I think make it 65 looks good. '65 and 90. There we go. Use 65 minus 65, saturation minus 90. And also over here if you want the blue. But now it's gonna turn down the blue in her eye, so we don't want that actually. It is affecting the eyes a bit. That's way too much. Let's just not bother with that. Nah, it's fine like this. I like it like this. So yeah, there's your image. I guess that's the end of the tutorial. So yeah, then once you're done with your image, you just want to then click on it, export. Okay, I already have it exported. I'm not changing the file name because I need the photographer and the model's name there. no watermark because it's not my photo, so watermark is not ticked. You just say export and just say yes. Just wait for it to finish saving. And yeah, that's the end of that. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys liked it. This is more of my editing style. I will leave a description. I will leave a link below to my portfolio. I thought about adding like a editing part to my portfolio, like not my images, but just like how I edit, like the edits I do. But I thought so rather not. But I'll leave a link to my portfolio and my Instagram as well in the description below. And yeah, leave a leave a like, subscribe if you learned something, and I'll see you guys in the next one.